It's my no growth day, which means no growth today, not being my best self. I get to do.
Y'all, this is going to be a trigger warning for anybody that doesn't want to listen to something sad, but then good at the end, okay? So, I know I look like a hot mess, but it's fine. It's whatever. I was just crying at the dog park. So, we're going to recap some things, okay? So, some of y'all know, it looks like I have a black eye. I don't, okay? It's just my mascara. A few of y'all know that my dog Daisy, my beagle, she's an older lady. She got very, very sick, a couple weeks ago, and she almost didn't make it. It was like this big scary thing. And it took me a little while to like recoup from that because I really took some damage to my central nervous system during that time. And then she got better and she's thriving. She's good. She's a survivor. She'd been through a lot in her previous life before I got her. But last night she ended up having 2 seizures in the middle of the night, and I was up all night with her, and I'm really good at compartmentalizing things. Like high stress situations, I am the rock, okay? I mean, it's not until later that we have a decompression moment. So I was on the phone with someone today, and I was telling them about what happened with Daisy and just like all this stuff, and that's when I started like breaking down. I was just like bawling my eyes out, and that's great. We need to process through things. And actually, I had her on a Zoom in my house. I set up my tablet on Zoom because she just sits on this one couch all day because she's an older lady. And I was like on my phone while my son was at baseball practice. Like, I was like, I feel like I'm on Big Brother right now. And I was just like watching her. And it was only like 5 minutes from my house. The baseball fields. Anyway, that's irrelevant. And so I just went and took them to the dog park, all 3 of my pups. And I'm sitting there, and I'm glad I didn't take my phone. I need to be off my phone more. I'm on my phone constantly. We're doing a lot of segues here. I'm on my phone constantly, looking at notifications, on social media, because that's how I run my business. And I was like, you know what? We're going to leave the phone at home because we need to go have a moment and be present. So go to the dog park. They're running around, having a good time. Daisy's fine. And I'm sitting there, and I was thinking about how I bought a lottery ticket for this evening. Okay, and it's up to like $1.4 billion. And because y'all know I'm doing this lottery experiment. Anyway, if y'all seen the other videos. So, with this all over the place. So, we're going to get back on track. So, I was sitting there, and I am watching the dogs play. And I'm like, how would my life be different if I was a millionaire? Like, what would my day-to-day look like? Not like traveling all over the world and, doing all the stuff that I want to do, but like my actual like day to day. And I said, I would still be helping people because that used to be a big fear of mine of like reaching certain levels of success because there was something internally that was like, oh, I'm not going to want to help people or, do whatever in the collective. And I've already been through that. We processed through all that. Okay, I'm like, why would we stop doing that? We love helping people, okay? And I said, so I'll be helping people in some type of capacity. It may not look like what I do now, it might look different, but that's fine. We're still going to do that throughout our whole life. We've always done that. We've always been that person. Why would we change? Okay. We just have more capacity to do more. Okay. Amplification. And I said, you know what? I would still wake up and eat breakfast. Sometimes I don't be eating breakfast. And we would brush our teeth, and we would take a shower, and we would drink a silly, goofy drink, and we would take our dogs to the dog park, and I would be watching my dogs poop. Like that's literally, I would be doing the same thing. And then all of a sudden, I had this overwhelming, like, I have always, like, I'm a motivated person. I'm a very focused person. I'm a very goal-oriented person. I'm always striving to be the best at everything. I have really had to heal my perfectionism and control and over-analyzation of self. And, oh yeah, I forgot to stitch this video at the beginning. I forgot to segue. So the stitch at the beginning of this video, go watch that video because that completely healed me today. I was like, oh my gosh, I can give myself permission to have no growth days. Like, I needed that. When she said that, it literally healed something within me because that's all I do. 24/7. Just like much of you watching this right now, if you're still hanging in here. It's just analyzing all the time. How can I be better? How can I do better? How can I do more? How can I talk differently in conversations? How can I hold myself more eloquently? How can I have better conversation skills, leadership skills, all this stuff. Okay. And it's overwhelming and exhausting sometimes. Like, let me know in the comments if you feel that way. And I said, you know what? I can just not do that. I can just lay in my bed all day long. And it's fine if I'm sad too. Like, I was supposed to take my son to go to a haunted house with his friends. Like, it was this big ta-da. His dad and I were going to go take them, and it was going to be a vibe, even though I don't like haunted houses, but it's fine. And that's what they wanted to do. And I didn't get to go because I'm staying at home with Daisy, because I was so afraid that she was going to have another seizure. And so I was like, I can't be an hour away from the house and then something happened, so it is what it is. But I didn't really sit with how sad I was about missing out on that. I'm going to try not to cry right now. And we spend time, we are together, okay? Me and my son, all the time. We're doing all the things. I just took him to a pumpkin patch festival yesterday. It was a vibe too, super fun, spooky. So it's not like it's a missed opportunity necessarily, but it still, hurts because I wanted to go and them have fun and, whatever, even though he'd be off with his friends, not even paying attention to me, but that's fine because, teens. Anyway, see, derailing. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, even if I was a millionaire, I would to change my languaging. Okay, because we want to speak as though the thing is happening right now, but we're not going to do that because it's overanalyzing and trying not to do what I said I'm trying not to do. So even if I was a millionaire, I would still be sad some days. I would still feel depressed some days. I would be the same exact person that I am now. And something inside of me fundamentally shifted because I said there is no difference between me and being a millionaire. There is literally nothing else I have to do. The only thing that I have to do is stop controlling myself. That is the only thing that is impeding me from that. Because sometimes you think it's the old stuff that you've had to bust through and pull yourself out of the pits of hell to change yourself fundamentally as an identity. But then you actually change into the new identity, and the old narratives of, oh, I need to do this and that and all this shadow work and I'm not good enough and there's more healing and all that stuff. That's a hamster wheel you will forever be on. And sometimes it's the hamster wheel that's actually the thing that's holding you back from what you want. Okay. And I said, that's it right there. And I just started bawling my eyes out because I could feel trauma PTSD coming up out of me of oh, wow, I'm exactly who I need to be in order to fulfill these dreams that I have. There is nothing else I need to do. I can literally sit in my bed and watch hours of Netflix because I'm on 24/7. I need to give myself permission to simply exist and be. That is getting paid to exist. Okay? And I'm telling you, I completely feel like a different person after having that session with myself. And so I wanted to share this in case it helps you in your journey for some reason. I know this is a long story, but I just really felt called to come on and talk about everything. One, I feel a lot better talking and sharing, and venting. So I hope you get something out of it too. Let me know if you felt these things or if it was in resonance with you. And it's okay to be sad and be a millionaire and watch your dogs poop and be a millionaire. And just simply lay down and watch Netflix because we are always going to be on 24/7. And some days it's okay to take a day to check out.